oftentimes when you work with a database, you get values like those ones, for example. So you get an object that has, for example, a name, an age, an email, username, password, whatsoever. So imagine this is an object that we're getting from the database. But now maybe we don't want to work with the entire array all of the time. Maybe we want to extract the username, we want to use the email, and so on. And there is a way to destructure the properties from this object. And it is really, really simple. You're just going to say const or let, whatever you want. And then you're going to use those brackets if you want to destructure an object. And right here, you just have to define the names of the object that you want to destructure. So let's say I want to get the name. Then the key of our name property is obviously name. So I can say I want to get the name. Then I also want to get the age, for example. And maybe I also want to get the email. And now I destructured the properties of this object by saying equals user. So now I'm saying essentially, get me the property name, age, and email as a variable from the object user. So now let me show you that this really works. So now we can console.log our name, for example, or let's say name, since this is a predefined name inside of JavaScript, we cannot use name like that. So we can, for example, say name, first name. So we are renaming our name to first name. So we're going to say console.log first name. We're going to run this file. And now we're getting Ali inside of the console. Now you can also say console.log age. And now we should log our first name and our age. And as you can see, we're logging name and age. So essentially, by using this syntax, you are extracting the properties. And by using a colon followed by another name, you can rename the property if you wanted to. But you can also destructure arrays, for example. So you could, for example, say const num1, num2, num3 is equal to numbers. So this syntax essentially says, take the first value and save it to a variable with the name num1, take the second variable, put it into num2, and the third variable and put it into num3. And to show you that this also works, let me console.log num1 and num2. We're going to run the code, and as you can see, we get 1 and we get 2.